Hey yo guys, welcome back to the channel. JEY Kevin does YouTube, back with another video guys, and today guys we are here to talk some wrestling, episode number 31 guys, and it's gonna be a huge episode today guys. And guys, we're gonna talk wrestling, but I really want to talk some Stranger Things guys, so I can't wait to talk some Stranger Things in the next video guys, because I already saw season 5 and oh my gosh, so expect spoilers for sure next video, or maybe not next video. I'm planning on doing the W Supercard video where battle pass and all that, but anyways, we're talking some wrestling. We're gonna do some war games predictions, talk some wrestling. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoying this. Don't forget to leave a like, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn notifications on. And yeah, let's without further ado get started with some talking wrestling. So we're gonna start off with SmackDown. What really happened? What really happened? Build up to War Games. Drew McIntyre aligned himself with the Vision last week, and now Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns and AJ Lee all returned last week. Sorry, there was no talking wrestling last week, but they all returned basically at the same night, and it was all crazy. Probably the best Monday Night Raw ever last week, and yeah, and then this Friday Night SmackDown, I can't even remember what the heck happened. I know there was. Wait, what the heck happened? I know there was a pre-tape show after, but what happened this SmackDown? I'm not prepared, by the way, guys. I'm doing this video before Thanksgiving to upload on Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving, by the way. So what did happen on Friday Night SmackDown? I know what happened in Open Raw. Roman Reigns, the OTC kicked off the show, and and then Cody Rhodes came out, basically saying, "Why are you on the team?" And Roman said, "Part of this whole group is my family. This is my bloodline, and." Yeah, I hate basically the Vision more than I hate Cody Rhodes and CM Punk basically talking to them, and then Cody Rhodes said, "Okay, then welcome to my team." CM Punk came out and all that, and he says, "Oh, you and me and you, Roman, are good. As far as I'm concerned, the last time they teamed up together." And then Roman says, "And then after that, you ruined my life and all that." And then Cody Rhodes, just standing there, just watching the two bicker, and then they all around, I guess, align each other, allow themselves to be united for war, and yeah, they look they're on good terms. But then Roman, with a little cliffhanger, says that title will look good on me, and obviously I think he's talking about the world title. But if he's talking about the WWE Championship, that would be crazy. Roman versus Cody Part 3. But I do think somehow we're gonna get a little teaser of what's gonna happen at WrestleMania 42 in Vegas. But yeah, it was just an overall pretty decent segment between Roman, Punk, and Cody, the main three of the team. It's anyone's team, to be honest, but I think it's CM Punk's team mostly. He's the world champion. I guess Cody's the big champion, the WWE champion, but I feel like it was for sure CM Punk was always gonna be the team and Roman, so I feel like it's their team, the Z Bros. You already know, but anyways, it doesn't matter. That's the whole team. They're just to trust each other, and if they could trust each other, and yeah, talking about championships and all that. So it was a pretty decent segment with a little cliffhanger from the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, and yeah, and then more stuff happened with what's his face? Penta got injured in Solo Sikoa match. Solo Sikoa, I think, was still scheduled to win, which sucks because I really wanted Penta to go against Gunther. That would have been a freaking dream match for some people. That would have been a fantastic match, but unfortunately, Penta got hurt. Hopefully, it's not too serious. I wish for sure Penta one of the speediest recoveries. I freaking WWE will be a huge hit without him for if he's gone for a few months or a few weeks even, because Penta's that great. And just bring back my Cero. Man, I freaking love Penta. Currently top 10 for me, current, not of all time to be honest, but currently for sure top 10 for me, maybe even top 5. He's that good. But what else happened? Gunther versus, did he fight Gunther? Oh yeah, Gunther versus Carmelo Hayes. What a freaking banger. Gunther brings out a banger of everyone. Don't forget, Carmelo Hayes is still one of the greatest performers. Let me just fix. Of all time in WWE currently that they have. And yeah, he put on the show. I freaking thought he was going to win with that Tornado DDT outside. And then freaking Jessica Clark, I think if it was a 10 count, but it doesn't matter. Gunther was always going to win after, I think the only hope of other than Gunther would have been Sheamus, and he's out of the tournament. So if somehow LA Knight wins, if Jey Uso makes it against John Cena, I don't know how I feel about that. He already got his moment, technically defeating John Cena in the Royal Rumble, pushing him out last. That's his Jey Uso moment. I love Jey Uso still. Don't get me wrong, but that would be a little taking it too far. You know, like if you really want to push the guy, yes, it would be good. But Gunther, I feel like doesn't really need LA Knight. Like after everything that's been through, I would love it to be LA Knight versus John Cena at the final, and they haven't faced each other. They've done a tag match, but I don't know. But it's probably gonna be Gunther Cena, but we'll find out. But yeah, Gunther beats Carmelo Hayes still. Puts him in the choke, and then does another power bomb. So he did kick out of one power bomb, so that was a huge kick out. But still, Gunther beats Carmelo Hayes. What else happened? Maxine Dupree also won the Women's IC Championship last week in New York. It was so good. John Cena, just more Dirty Dom coming, freaking bringing out a little mini John Cena. I think it's from someone from wrestling. It's from another company, mini wrestling or something. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. He Dirty Dom just with the jokes, people thinking John Cena's here, and just a mini John Cena. Dirty Dom just beats the shit out of him with a frog splash, 619 frog splash. That's a message to John Cena. So I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll get into those predictions in a while. So yeah, and then we also had a segment between the WarGames teams, just bickering between Becky, saying that Emma and AJ Lee's career and whatnot, and just them going to war. Rhea Ripley not saying a word, just boom, bam, and that AJ Lee, that Becky Lynch is gonna regret having unleashed this AJ Lee, and that she's gonna be trapped in the cage with just insane AJ Lee. I can't wait for AJ Lee to finally go crazy. Let's freaking go. My goat is back. Let's freaking go. Those goosebumps are back, and I can't wait for this WarGames. This freaking WarGames is stacked, even though there's 4 matches. I wish they could, sneak one in at least. They always have 5, but it's gonna be a long show for sure still. Just with the WarGames match included and some bangers in there. So yeah, can't wait. And I guess without further ado, in the main event of Raw, what happened? Just more. Let's. We were meant to talk about this. This might even be the title of the video. Most of it. Freaking Brock Lesnar. Oh my gosh. Anyways, the Usos versus Brawns happened. No, not the Usos. The Usos versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre happened. And Logan Paul with a nice victory. It wasn't that great of a match. Nothing. Just a little cheeky match for the advantage, and obviously Logan Paul got the win in the cheeky way with a little roll-up pin, and yeah, and then everyone comes out, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk comes out after the Vision, started tagging Jay and Jimmy, and then Cody Rhodes comes out, CM Punk, and then the OTC, the final one, comes out to break everything up. Everyone's attacking, and then out comes the Beast, Brock Lesnar, and does his own, done. Falls instantly. Oh my god, I was cracking up. I was like looking at my phone for a little second, and then I just see 1 second later he's at the freaking floor, and I was like, what the hell happened? I just saw him rolling down. Like I saw it like when his butt was literally up there and was about to flip. Like it was crazy. Like I was like, what the hell happened? And then I replayed it. And oh my god, it was so funny. I wanted to do like a whole reaction, but wanted to wait for the podcast. It was for the Talking Wrestling episode. It was so great. It was so amazing. But yeah, there's for sure gonna be some more memes about it. But hey, Brock Lesnar, he got back up for him, and he got into war. So yeah, give Brock his props. So yeah. By the way, like off camera, he might not be the greatest or like everything, but like in character, I freaking love Brock still. So yeah. But yeah, and Brock slipping was awesome for sure. In my opinion, top 5 botch moments, like funniest botch moments in my opinion, so it was crazy. Then there's been a lot, so yeah. But anyways, they all just get brawling and get ready for WarGames, and ends like that with another cliffhanger, I guess, just with them brawling, and then like exclusive after they just point prime on Logan Paul after people, Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre freaking him out that they're gonna go back in the ring and fight, and they said Logan about to get absolutely clobbered by CM Punk, Roman, the Usos, and Cody Rhodes, and yeah. And that's how Raw happened. There was probably more stuff that happened, more progress with Stephanie and Nikki Bella. But yeah, it's about time we get into the WarGames prediction. Let's go. Survivor Series WarGames. Let's go, guys. I can't wait for WarGames. It's gonna be Saturday. Just finished Stranger Things. I was so excited for that, and I'm so excited for. It's just been a great week. Stranger Things and now WarGames happening. Can't wait. But let's get some predictions. So yeah, I might do a little prediction for SmackDown also for just the Survivor Series traditional tag match, I guess, since it's like kind of Survivor Series themed, even though it's not the actual PLE, which sucks. But I'm gonna go with Solo Sikoa and their team winning, and then hopefully the Wyatt Six get involved. So that's what I think will happen. I mean, the show has to end huge, and if it's the main event, it will for sure happen. Wyatt Six coming out, maybe even Uncle Howdy, but I don't know what's gonna main event. I think that's the only huge match that's gonna happen. But we'll see what happens. For sure, see also Sami Zayn winning, and then they just attacked him, and then the White Six come out and help them. But I feel like them MFT winning, just to get them more of a chance against the White Six. Boom. We'll see what happens though. But yeah, can't wait for that. And I do think the thing got spoiled. I do know who for sure won. What was it? The tournament that LA Knight versus The Miz. I for sure know LA Knight win, but I didn't see anything after that. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I for sure know The Miz and LA Knight's happening. The Miz is the mystery opponent, which was someone else because The Miz already had an opportunity. Maybe they could have sneaked in maybe Jeff Hardy or someone. But hey, it is what it is. At least LA Knight progresses to the tournament, so I'll take that. But now it's time for sure to get into some predictions. So yeah, USO also advanced in SmackDown, and LA Knight also I think he progressed. So yeah, just any more stuff that happened, or was it Penta that progressed? I don't even know what happened last SmackDown to be honest, but it wasn't that important. Just adding more into AJ Lee also being the 5th member. That's how they ended SmackDown, and Becky Lynch also being the 5th member. So yeah, it was a pretty decent SmackDown also. But yeah, and also you already know freaking putting on bangers. You're dragging off. I think it was against. Was it Axiom or was that last week? Either way, it was a freaking banger. Was it? And then Tama Tonga at the end, the backstage segment. But who was it? Yo, you dragging off versus who? Who was it you dragging off facing? I know it was a banger. Oh, Jaden McDonald. That was a freaking banger. That freaking moonsault almost. That freaking lander was amazing. But anyways, WarGames predictions. That's what the video is about. So, Dirty Dom versus John Cena for the Intercontinental Champion. Now, this was a pretty hard one, not gonna lie, because obviously the IC title was just meant to give John Cena the Grand Slam Championship. I get that 100%. But having him lose 2 matches in a row, and specifically his last match, like in PLE, and his last 2 matches ever in WWE, will be kind of, like devastating, or like, I don't know, like if he moved from WWE. But if it's to lose to a Dirty Dom, like that just boosts his Dom up so good. So I would like the L for Dirty Dom, and maybe he might even win his last match. I don't think he is, but you never know. So yeah, but I would like if Dirty Dom wins, it's not the end of the world. He gets his IC title back, and it goes back to like a mid-card champion. And I for sure know Dirty Dom is a world championship contender now for sure. But I feel like they're still gonna give him the IC title. Maybe Dirty Dom versus Finn Balor for the IC title, and finally Finn Balor gets something out of it, and maybe holds the IC title. And finally gets his old theme song. Like Finn Balor was. I just found this out in 2016 was top 3 for in the world, I believe, for PWI. So I don't know if that means anything, but he was for sure the best in the world in 2016, 2015 for sure. So yeah, but one of the greatest. So I for sure know they can bring that Finn Balor back. They just come on, pull the trigger on Finn Balor. But anyways, this is about Dirty Dom and John Cena. So we could potentially see a Judgment Day breakup, but I think that's gonna get closer to Mania, because I do think we're gonna get Finn Balor versus Dirty Dom. And I don't think they're gonna build it this far away from Mania. I feel that they're gonna wait on a lot of stories for Mania. But John Cena, Dirty Dom. Like I want John Cena to retain, obviously, but like, to have at least one reign under his belt, because his final Raw match, like that was gonna be for the IC title. Like an open challenge would have been so great, but and also I don't know. I feel like if it's LA Knight, that would be awesome. Like. Because I was about to say, like, if it's Gunther, which is more likely, if it's Gunther versus John Cena, then they're gonna give Gunther the belt, like, and plus it's in San Diego. The freaky crowd's gonna be like more for sure on John Cena because it's less PLE and it's John Cena, but Dirty Dom's gonna get for sure some cheers. They're not gonna boo Dirty Dom. I'll be shocked if they do, because he's come a long way from the boos to the cheers. But yeah, I'm gonna go at the end of the day Dirty Dom, because I just don't see them putting the belt back on Gunther, and I do see them putting the belt back on Dirty Dom. Unless it's LA Knight, and then I for sure see like LA Knight winning the IC title just to give him a new belt, and then eventually for the world title, even though he already won a mid-card title, but give him like a Grand Slam maybe, the IC championship. Give LA Knight something to win, but hey, that would be pretty cool. But I think Gunther's the most likely choice, which sucks, because it's gonna be a great match, but we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna go with Dirty Dom for that specific thing of Gunther. I don't see him becoming an IC champion, because then he's not gonna lose it for a long time, and I feel like we need like an actual mid-card. Like Gunther's already won the world titles and all that, so we'll see what happens. But I'm going with Dirty Dom to retain. But I don't know how I feel about John Cena losing his final matches. But if he wins, we'll see what happens. But it's gonna be a great match. I can't wait for it. Hopefully it's better than their Raw match. I for sure they didn't deliver that much like in the Raw match, because they knew this was gonna happen. So one thing I want out of this match is John Cena to freaking do a 619. So I can't wait for that to happen. Hopefully he does. Hopefully he got the work in. But I'm going with Dirty Dog to retain the IC Championship. Next up, Stephanie Walker versus Nikki Bella. I could see a little Brie Bella returning, not gonna lie, but still I'm going with Stephanie Walker to retain. I feel like this might be an easy choice, but don't get me wrong. Don't ever count out Nikki Bella. She's one of the GOATs for many people. Currently not in my top 4, but like overall she's great. She's about top 10 for sure of all time. She's incredible. She put the women's division on the map for sure with the likes of AJ Lee, even Brie Bella, Paige, which I hopefully returns soon, maybe in the Rumble. You never know. The Rumble's gonna be huge. Chris Jericho, Paige, John Moxley not playing. I wish that would happen. Maybe in 2 years, 3 years, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think Stephanie McCare is going to retain against Nikki Bella. It's going to be a pretty decent match. I hope it's Nikki's best match yet in her run, because I think she's going to be back for a good run. Like, she's already had a good run, and I hope it keeps getting better with this whole heel run. But, like, kind of would suck, like, she just turned heel and, like, she doesn't win. But that's what happens. Maybe, like I said, Brie Bella could return, and then maybe it's an no DQ, or maybe Nikki Bella loses, and then Brie Bella comes out, and then you add more into the story, and maybe eventually Nikki Bella wins it. I don't know, but could see Nikki Bella versus Liv Morgan for the World Championship at Mania, but I really want Stephanie McCare to walk into Mania. She deserves it. Don't get me wrong, Nikki Bella is awesome, but she already, had her time. Give women, like how she's been doing in this run, giving, like, Roxanne the wins. I think Raquel maybe too, but like, giving people that are not as yet as good as her, I guess, giving the win. So she's been doing good at that, so I don't see her doing, don't see her not doing that for Stephanie McCare and giving her the win, I guess, going over. So I'm going to go with Stephanie McCare to retain the World Championship. I feel like it's a little too soon to end the reign. So yeah, but yeah, wouldn't be mad at Nikki Bella, like, heel run with the world title for a little bit and then drop it back to Stephanie. But I'm going with Stephanie McCare. Let's go. And now we get into the Women's War Games with AJ Lee, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and Io Sky. Io Sky's going to go crazy. And first is Becky Lynch, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Nia Jackson, Lash Legend. I'm liking like Lash Legend is kind of in the main event scene, so yeah, I can't wait to see her. Like, she freaking just picked up Io Sky like nothing on Raw. It was crazy, but yeah, it's gonna be a great match, and this one's pretty hard one because the freaking face side is stacked. Like, don't get me wrong, they have some good hitters, and the heel side, like with Becky, Asuka, Nia Jackson's pretty decent, but yeah, like they have some newcomers in Lash Legend, I guess. Who else is the other one? Nia Jax, Lash Legend. Kairi Sane, she's getting there for sure. So yeah, eventually when she breaks out with the Asuka, she's gonna go over as hell. So I can't wait for that. But right now she's in this Asuka bubble. So yeah, if Kairi takes the pin, that would be crazy. But Asuka will lose it on her. But I don't know. Like, will AJ Lee once again tap out Becky Lynch, or maybe Becky Lynch will be the one getting the win? But I feel like Rhea Ripley might, pin like Asuka or something. I don't know, but they have to, like, I guess, progress storyline. So I feel like Becky and AJ are for sure gonna create a story inside of WarGames, but I don't know what's gonna happen. But it's AJ Lee's first WarGame. Just for the heck of it, I'm going with AJ Lee to win, and her team to win, or it's Rhea Ripley's team, I believe. But it doesn't matter whose team it is. Let's light it up in WarGames, and I feel AJ Lee, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, she's gonna go crazy. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss are gonna win. We could see a turn between Charlie and Alexa. I don't know, like, but I don't think hopefully it doesn't happen. I just want a nice clean victory for the face side, but we'll see what happens. But I'm going with the team of Rhea Ripley, AJ Lee, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and Io Sky. So yeah, can't wait for this. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, for sure want to see. Io Sky's for sure probably gonna do the trash can thing all over, but I want to see her do more crazy stuff. And maybe AJ Lee, she's gonna go crazy inside the War Games. So hopefully she does something crazy too. But anyways, it's gonna be crazy. I'm using the word crazy a lot. So yeah, can't wait. Let's go, Team Rhea. And now the main event, probably Division: Brock Lesnar, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, versus Roman Reigns, OTC, the Tribal Chief. Acknowledge him. CM Punk's Cody Rhodes, and the Usos. Not gonna lie, guys, I for sure see a Jey Uso heel turn here. Whether it's on Jimmy or Roman, or even both, I don't know, but I for sure see a super kick coming in our future, whether it's Survivor Series. I'm saying the Survivor Series because I don't know, man. Like, the way Jey Uso reacted to Jimmy Uso being on the War Games, I don't think he reacted, like, too crazy, like, okay, like, but I don't know. Jey Uso could turn heel at War Games, but either way, I'm gonna go with the Vision actually to win because I feel like they need to build them up, have them actually mean something. Like they turn on one of the greatest of all time in Seth Rollins. Like currently, he was so great. He's still great. Like I hope he comes back and actually is a face this time and doesn't screw Roman, because I feel like he's gonna turn around Mania, maybe even that Mania Seth Rollins. Hopefully, I for sure think Roman's gonna main event yet again. So I hope he doesn't screw Roman, or if it's Punk. If it's CM Punk versus Roman, then that'll be interesting. Because he's going to have to screw someone else. Unless it's a triple threat with Braun Breaker involved. So I don't know what's going to happen. But either way, I feel like this is going to build towards WrestleMania in Vegas. So I can't wait to see that happens. But it's going to be the Vision. And we can even see a turn for Braun Breaker to Brock Lesnar. That'll be insane. But I think maybe they'll save that off for a little time, or maybe it's just a one-time thing that Brock's helping them off. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But it's going to be crazy. Like Brock Lesnar in the cage with Roman Reigns again, and Brock Lesnar with Cody Rhodes has history. And don't get me wrong, Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, that would be crazy. Like them having history too. He has history with all those three men, Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre also, don't get me wrong, Drew McIntyre, Cody, and Drew McIntyre, Roman. That's going to be crazy. And Drew, CM Punk, like, oh my god, there's so many storylines in this match. And you could have just added John Cena, man, and Randy Orton. You could have had the Dream Team, John Cena, Randy Orton, CM Punk, Cody, and Roman. Oh my gosh, the freaking goosebumps out. And then you have The Rock return at the end. Oh, but yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for this WarGames. It's gonna be insane. But I'm going with the Vision just to get a win, and maybe the heel turn actually happens during the match, and that helps the Vision win. But I think it's gonna happen after the match. I feel like the Vision's for sure gonna get the win. Hopefully, it's like Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed even getting the pin. I feel like it doesn't have to be Brock always getting the pin, for sure. And Logan Paul, maybe Drew McIntyre also. Actually, Drew McIntyre should get the pin against Cody Rhodes, or maybe even Roman Reigns to end like that whole Bloodline Hunter, like him defeating Roman Reigns. But I for sure need the Vision and Drew McIntyre, mostly Drew McIntyre, to win, to maybe have a rematch at Royal Rumble, and finally Drew McIntyre wins. But we could also see a little Viper slither in the cage and RKO Cody Rhodes. That'd be amazing, but we'll see what happens. I feel like there has to be some shenanigans happening either during the match of the men's WarGames or after the match. It's going to be great. Can't wait for WarGames. And my final predictions are the Vision winning the men's WarGames, the heel side winning, and for the women's, the face side and Team Rhea Ripley. And then Dirty Dom regaining, being the new Intercontinental Champion, and 70 Vaquero retains. I feel it's going to be a great show. And yeah, can't wait for Survivor Series WarGames. I can't wait, and expect a supercard video at Stranger Things within the next days. So yeah, can't wait for WarGames. Best believe some reactions. And yeah, thanks for watching. This was Talking Wrestling number 31. And hopefully you guys enjoy Survivor Series WarGames. And without further ado, don't forget to yeet that like button. Yeet that subscribe button and turn notifications on. And yeah, well, we get a JEY yeet super kick on Roman or Jimmy, so we'll find out in WarGames. So yeah, thanks for watching. That freaking hurt, by the way. What the freak? Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you for WarGames live reaction, Stranger Things, and Supercard. Gonna be recording a lot. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out. Woo!